girls need to be encouraged into STEM, and that starts from the schools, that starts from family, that starts from the girl's mother, who has to constantly tell her that she needs to be independent, she needs to be ambitious. There are not any things that she cannot do, and that's very important. And the other tipping point, just based on my experience that I've seen, is around the ninth 10th grade, is when suddenly girls get started getting boxed into non-STEM fields, and uh, suddenly there is a gravitation towards it. I think parents who think and see a potential in their children, who have an affinity towards technology and mathematics, should start nudging them towards it. It does start from school. It does start from home. And how does the child view people around her? Now, having said that, there are various forms. Girls Who Code is a forum, and then there are a lot of forms that is out there, and it is a constant nudge that she sees in her environment to, to start taking to the field. It is a tough field. There is no question about it. It is tough for men and women because it's a field where you have to constantly be updated, constantly learn, constantly on the go. However, it is not a field which doesn't require people. So women make a huge difference in leadership, in STEM, because they bring in an atmosphere that otherwise have not been seen there. Right? So women can be more empathetic. I'm not saying men are not, but I'm just saying as a characteristic trait, women can be more empathetic, and at leadership levels, at technology fields, people is a very important factor. You're either having large teams, or you're working with customers, or you're working with peers around you. The empathy to a problem is as well as people is will make a difference, and that kind of gets encouraged more and more by companies also, I'm saying, where they should start adopting different styles of working and different styles of leadership, right? If you're going to look out in a woman what her male counterparts would have otherwise done, and then say that's the baseline and that's how you should operate, now that is going to set them for failure. So you may have as many diversity rules as possible and diversity quota and everything as possible, but if you are not as an organization embracing enough for different styles of working and engagement, then you're going to shut that down completely, right? So it's not just about hard metrics like diversity or flexibility. It is also a soft metric of how do you embrace different kind of different kind of ways in which people deal with the problem. Very a stereotypical example I'm saying, and like, of course there are exceptions on both sides. um, and having spoken to many women with me, general feedback a woman gets is, hey, you're reacting emotional to a problem, or you are kind of taking this too personally, and you need to be very logical about this problem, etc. Why do, meaning those need not even come in as a feedback, for example, those are personality traits. As much as on the same side, if there's a guy who is very bullish about something, he wants to make it big, that's considered huge, that's considered something to go after. Whereas a woman who's very bullish about certain things, it's considered in a very different light, right? The embracing of how do you deal with situations and how different people deal with situation, you should let them be, and that's how you build diversity. That's how you build and draw more people into it, and that will set examples for many young girls who are going to come into this field, into it. And this is a very common thing, maybe very surprising or not seen across, but a lot of people have shared this. I've personally gone through this, where when how you react to it becomes gets clubbed into your personality trait rather than a very factual feedback, right? And certainly impacts through technology can benefit a lot different from a different style of leadership. And because it's not tested, because people have not seen it in large scale, that's the whole point of diversity, right? That's why we need people to come into STEM more.